Quarterback, I have a situation. Somebody tried to kill me.
You are breaking protocol.
So January 17th brings us a Jack Ryan reboot with Jack Ryan Shadow Recruit. So Jack Ryan is a central character of the popular book series by Tom Clancy, and we've seen him previously on screen played by Alec Baldwin in The Hunt for Red October, Harrison Ford in Patriot Games and Clear and Present Danger, and most recently Ben Affleck in The Sum of All Fears. And now the role is occupied by Star Trek's Chris Pine in an original story telling how he became a CIA operative. This PG-13 action drama is directed by Kenneth Branagh, who, I'm not kidding you, is being billed in the marketing for this as the director of Thor.
That's all he's done.
Has he done anything else?
He's ever done.
It's a shame he had a more prolific career. He should really get on that in his old age.
Chris, is this Jack Ryan movie going to kick off a new long-term franchise the way the studio's hoping?
It's early to say. There's just, in my mind, no excuse for this being bad. So in that sense, it ought to be able to kick off, a renewal of this series. It's got great actors. It's got a fantastic director. I think the character's source material is interesting enough. There ought to be a good origin story in the telling here. And that takes something for me to say as an origin stories hater.
Right.
But I'm just worried that the January curse is going to get this thing, because if it was good, it would not be coming out in January. If this was good, it would be a summer blockbuster movie, but that's not what we're seeing. So given what we know, I can only go as high as 40% positive. I got to think it's going to do a little bit better than like Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters, which came out last January. That got $19 million. So I'm going to say maybe $22 million at the box office.
Yeah.
All right. Jill, where are you at?
This doesn't look particularly good to me. It irks me, I think, that they're ignoring a lot of the original story of Jack Ryan. And with all the source material that we've been given in the books by Tom Clancy, why would you need to just make up a new story? Why wouldn't you use what's already there? Chris Pine, I don't think is believable as the Jack Ryan they're trying to sell. So supposedly an analyst accidentally turned field operative? No. Like, that's not who Chris Pine is. It just doesn't make sense. So I said 45%, which is a little better than you, Chris. I think that's much worse than all the other Tom Clancy movies that have been turned into books, and 18 million.
Yeah, I think you're right on there, Jill. In fact, the last Jack Ryan movie came in at 59% positive. That was Sum of All Fears. I hear what you guys are saying. I fully agree. There's something about this that seems like they're forcing the turned into a spy accidentally thing way too hard. I compare this to something like Spy Game, which had Robert Redford and Brad Pitt, which I thought was so masterfully done and took itself seriously. This is trying to be this action-packed thriller suspense, and I just feel like the whole thing is trying too hard to make this into a franchise, and I don't think it's going to get there. I actually think this is going to get completely panned by critics for the reasons you mentioned, Joe, because I think they're going to be upset to see the source material destroyed in this way. I'm only going as high as 27%, which is only 1% higher than Chris Pine's last non-Star Trek outing, which was This Means War around this time last year. I'm going to say 19 million as well, though, which would be respectable for January. It's a low number, but movies in January don't go that much higher than 29 million.
There's a very real scenario here where we don't get out of this alive.
You know, you sold this as an office job.